Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump was absolutely right to ask anyone, a foreign country, a foreign leader, if there was a crime committed by either a Republican or a Democrat. That's not a problem. The Democrats literally purchased a dossier with salacious, unverified, obviously false information. Obviously. They then spent 3 years with a special counsel and with investigations prior to the special counsel trying to find out allegations of whether Trump committed the unspeakable act of working with Putin to hack the DNC to inform the country that Bernie Sanders was cheated, thus giving Clinton the popular vote, but influencing the minds of people in swing states who didn't like Bernie Sanders being cheated and who really cared about Facebook ads. The marketing spin is absurd. Now, you have the Wall Street Journal, you have everyone now saying, well, Trump repeatedly pressed Ukraine president to investigate Biden's son. Well, did Biden or Biden's son commit a crime? Interactions under focus amid, major complaint on U.S. presidents dealing with a world leader. Did they commit a crime, yes or no? Answer that question. Democrats. Biden literally stated that he would withhold $1 billion if they didn't remove a prosecutor. So Biden, prosecutor, son, Ukraine. So with Biden, it was, Joe Biden's Ukraine, a closed probe is revived. John Solomon. So, in his own words, the video camera was rolling. Biden described how he threatened Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko in March 2016 that the Obama administration would pull $1 billion in U.S. loan guarantees, sending the former Soviet republic towards insolvency if it didn't immediately fire Prosecutor General Viktor Shokin. I said, quote, "You're not getting the billion. I'm going to leave here in, I think it was about 6 hours. I look at them and said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor is not fired, you're not getting the money." This is a John Solomon article, Joe Biden's 2020 Ukrainian Nightmare. John Solomon, April 1st, 2019, The Hill. Can you get more overt? You have the Vice President of the United States of America, who's not really running for president, but it's going to be Clinton, who literally states, you are not getting the billion. I am going to leave here in, I think it was about 6 hours. I looked at them and said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor is not fired, you're not going to get the money, Biden recalled telling Poroshenko. Well, you know what? He got fired, and they put in place someone who was solid at the time. Biden told a Council on Foreign Relations event insisting that President Obama was in on the threat. This is in a video. You can listen to it right here. Hold on one second. Let's hear. This is Foreign Affairs. Oh, Lord. Where is it? It's like a 1 hour thing. So it's Biden speaking. And it was January 23rd, 2018. He admits it. And they're saying that Trump committed a crime by not even doing by allegedly doing something similar to what Biden did, which was far more egregious. An actual threat, an actual quid pro quo, like, you better do this or else you will not get the money. So why can't Trump find out? So here, Mr. Trump, this is just today. Trump repeatedly pressed Ukraine president to investigate Biden's son. Wait a second. You just had Biden John Solomon article. There's a video on it. It's the Council on Foreign Relations speech. He literally stated, "I pressed and I told the Ukraine that if they don't do something I want, they're not getting the money." And he was part of President Obama's administration. He alluded to President Obama knowing. How is this different from Trump? And with Trump, they're like, "Oh my God, he said that they have to investigate Biden's son." If Biden's son committed a crime, we need to find out if it's a major crime involving hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever. President Trump in a July phone call repeatedly pressured the president of Ukraine to investigate Joe Biden's son. Okay, according to people familiar with the matter, urging Volodymyr Zelensky about 8 times to work with Rudy Giuliani on a probe that could hamper Mr. Trump's presidential 2020 opponent. No, it can't. Why would it hamper? If he committed crimes, he committed crimes. If it's a Steele dossier, then it's just nothing. So the Democrats are able to go ahead, funnel money through a law firm. Clinton is able to funnel money through a law firm to get the FBI and the intelligence community to investigate Trump based on nonsense. Biden is able to go ahead and make basically a statement saying, you do this, you get the money, you don't do this, you don't get the money, and you'll do our bidding if you want $1 billion. But Trump can't find out if any of this happened. If Trump finds out this happened, it's the end of the world. It's do as I say, not as I do. It's the Democratic Party, the epitome of hypocrisy. They are the epitome of hypocrisy, the absolute epitome of hypocrisy. They have no standard of behavior. They don't understand what hypocrisy is. They don't even get it. They don't even, by the way, I'm probably going to have a live stream in a couple of hours, so check this channel out 2 to 3 hours from now. Little HA After Dark. Interviews with, this is going back to John Solomon, interviews with half a dozen senior Ukrainian officials confirmed Biden's account. Though they claim the pressure was applied over several months in late 2015 and early 2016, not just 6 hours of one dramatic day. So wait a second. Again, they're accusing Trump of what they're guilty of doing. Yet again, they're accusing President Trump. Then you have DNC officials reaching out to the Ukraine to find dirt on Manafort. They're the ones who work with, and John Solomon wrote about that, they're the ones who work with foreign countries. They're the ones who interfere in elections. They're the ones who cheat their own candidates. They're the ones who have money flowing from Uranium One into the Clinton Foundation, and just miraculously, 20% of U.S. uranium capacity is sold. But they're the ones that are guilty of everything they accuse Trump of doing, and they have the media to just give them a nice, cushiony, relaxing, buffer. He told him that he should work with Mr. Giuliani on Biden and that people in Washington want to know if his lawyer's assertion that Mr. Biden's acted improperly as vice presidents were true. One of the people said, Mr. Giuliani suggested Mr. Biden pressured the Ukraine to fight corruption. Pressure on Ukraine to fight corruption had to do with an investigation of a gas company for which his son was director. That's literally what Biden stated. He was pressuring the Ukrainians. That's what Biden was doing. He literally stated that. A Ukrainian official last year said, one Ukrainian official said he had no evidence of wrongdoing by Mr. Biden. A Ukrainian official. Meanwhile, John Solomon talked to numerous Ukrainian officials. There's a DNC official who contacted the Ukraine for information on Manafort. These people are working on both sides of the fence. Democrats are saying, "Oh, well, we are tough on Russia," and then they're saying, "Well, we're tough on Ukraine." You're tough on both of them? Really? So it's just unbelievable. It is just unbelievable. I mean, you're looking at, they're playing two sides of the fence here. They're playing two sides of the fence, and it's unbelievable. And what's really nuts is that they make a mountain out of a molehill when it only suits them. And Mr. Trump in the call didn't mention provisions of U.S. aid to Ukraine, said the person who didn't believe Mr. Trump offered the Ukrainian president any quid pro quo for his cooperation of any investigation. So where's the problem here? The Wall Street Journal literally states Mr. Trump in the call did not mention a provision of U.S. aid to Ukraine, said this person who didn't believe Mr. Trump offered the Ukrainian president any quid pro quo for his cooperation on any investigation. Then you have an alleged whistleblower complaint. Yeah, right. If that term was accurate, Democrats and media would be against the person. So you have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where it's topsy-turvy. Every single thing that they've done, they accuse Trump of doing. He did not do what Biden did, which was literally, and what President Obama's administration did, which was literally try to push for a judge to be removed simply because of Biden's personal, or very likely because of Biden's personal reasons. Either way, you have Biden, because he's prone to gaffes. He's prone to just saying whatever he wants to say. So you have an issue here with Manafort. You have an issue here with Biden with a threatening call. It's like, here, DNC sought dirt on Manafort through the Ukraine. So DNC sought dirt, Manafort, Ukraine. Ukrainian embassy confirms DNC contractor solicited dirt on Trump in 2016. Why is this okay? Why doesn't the media talk about this? Why is it when Democrats are caught red-handed with their pants down, nobody cares? And then when Clinton runs again, they'll be like, oh my God, look. The one good thing about this channel and my other channel, H.A. Goodman's other channel, and my writing and The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Federalist, The Daily Caller, one good thing about all of this is that I repeat 6 or 7 themes forever. Democrats, and especially Clinton, who will run and obviously win the 2020 Democratic nomination, because she's running again. She never said she wasn't going to run in the future. Ever. She never said that. Ask Maggie Haberman. Anyway, the one thing they rely on, is being overwhelmed with information, overwhelmed with political messaging, and they rely on people to just wave their hands and say, I give up. It's too much. Everything's so morally relative. It's just too much. You know what? I don't care. So they're actually far more corrupt. Look, the Trump administration is less corrupt than the previous 2 administrations, than Bush or President Obama. Much less corrupt. They don't have the leeway to do whatever the prior presidents did. He doesn't even really have his own intelligence community. He certainly doesn't have the media. The media slithered to both Bush and Obama, as did the intelligence chiefs. Trump doesn't have that luxury. He's not nearly. They say, oh, he's corrupt. No, he's not. Trump is not corrupt. He's winning despite all of these people piling on top of him. So you have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where it's like Democrats, media, if they can accuse Trump preemptively if Democrats can accuse Trump of doing what they're guilty of doing, They'll get the media to not cover what John Solomon covers and to simply pump out the narrative that Trump is yet again working with another country, which he never did. Mueller literally found no evidence where he worked with another country. The Trump Jr. meeting was not an example of working with another country. And if, again, she deleted the emails. So, again, it was like, oh, well, you have the audacity to ask for her deleted emails? You have the audacity to ask if Joe Biden actually committed a crime? You have the audacity to find out if we're actually engaging in criminal behavior? That's meddling. That's interference. No, it's not. Finding out about your crimes is not interference. It's what we should do. Democrats think that because whether it's Assange or Trump or anyone, finding out about their crimes is meddling, interference, and you can't do it because the other side is worse, even though the other side is not worse. Trump didn't cheat anybody. The RNC maybe tried to cheat Trump. They didn't. And Trump didn't get dirt on Clinton officials, which I'm sure he could have. And there weren't warrants unlawfully signed by people like McCabe, who lied under oath because his spouse received $700,000 from Clinton allies, and then he leaked information for self-serving purposes to just try to pretend that he was fair and neutral like W. Wasserman Schultz, which is what the Office of Professional Responsibility and the FBI itself stated. Give me your thoughts below. He did nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. Give me your thoughts. Trump did nothing wrong, and they're like saying, oh, well, he tried to interfere in the election. No, he didn't. And this is all to pave the way for Clinton. Give me your thought. You think they care about Biden's election chances? They know he's not going to be. There's no way that Biden or Warren becomes nominee. It's not happening, do you understand? This is a fantasy and a farce and a theatrical performance. And when Clinton runs, not only will it be the biggest political call of all time on my part, but we will see that everything I've said since 2015 about the Democratic Party, especially when I was writing on The Hill, the Huffington Post, Salon, and now the Federalist, you'll see that I have been right from day one. Give me your thoughts below. Check out H. Ray Goodman's other channel right now. Check out the live stream later this evening. Thank you.